Hi everyone, welcome to today's reading. So today Spirit wants to deliver some messages of guidance for y'all. So I have 3 piles for you to choose from. You can also choose from any of the pictures earlier on in the video. And as always, if you feel drawn to more than one pile, there's going to be messages in those piles for you. So feel free to watch more than one if you feel called to it. Pause if you need some more time, and the timestamps are in the description box below, and I will see y'all in your piles. Hi pile 1, welcome to your reading. Let's see what messages of guidance Spirit has for you today. This can be about anything, whether that's something you have on your mind right now or something you're currently going through. Why did I start flipping it over already? Oh, hold on a minute. Because the way that I channel, it's easier for me to interpret or channel cards one at a time and then figure out how they all go together. If you hear my stomach, I'm sorry. It's had a lot to say lately. Okay, let's see. And the Father. And we have Aries. I'm not going to read all this, but it's just a description of Aries if you want to pause or take a screenshot. Venusian Galactic Council, star being guides, answer the call, time to shine. Fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael. Closure. Ace of Fire, Ace of Wands, opportunity, creativity, action. Okay, so there's already a lot of messages coming through. New life, I love that for you. The way forward is open. You're not trapped. Possibilities and opportunities abound. I will guide you to personal and spiritual freedom. Heart Eater. Soothe, right under Archangel Raphael. Success. Bless. Right. This card intentionally left blank. You got the blank card. Thank you, Zach. And co-create. Oh, I love that. I love co-create right under new life. And your loved ones are safe. Let go of your fear and worry for your loved ones. I am looking after them. This is the Archangel Michael cards, or these are, y'all. English. Okay. Well, pile 1. There is a lot here, and I'm not really sure exactly where to start. It feels like something happened to you, or you went through something somewhat recently or within the last year. It was a major event that was life altering and kind of changed your perspective on life and kind of took away your optimism, took away your heart. Um, but it also feels like you have done a lot of work to overcome and push past that challenge. But because it was such a major thing, obviously, there are still remnants of it left, and there are going to be remnants of it. And that's okay. That's a part of life to have and experience these things. And then, it's kind of like spirit is showing me like a book being put on a shelf. So it's like it's kind of like a finished book that we're adding to our library, right? Um, so whether or not we choose to revisit that book again is up to us, but it's something that we close and we put it on the shelf, and but it's still there. It's still a part of us. It's still a part of our stuff, right? First thing that spirit is asking you is to not be so hard on yourself about the things that you've experienced and having gone through these things. I feel like you're a very intelligent person, you're a very savvy person, you're a very street smart person, you're a very intuitive person. And it feels like to me that maybe you kind of blame yourself for not seeing things for how they really were, or seeing things kind of too late, or if somebody had done something to hurt you, it's almost like you blame yourself in a way for not being a step ahead of it. But spirit is saying like that's not your fault. That's not on you. How people choose to treat you and how people choose to show up in your life is on them. And even if you are, extremely intelligent and extremely intuitive, you're a human. You're a human being, and you came to Earth to have a human experience. Um, so you're not meant to know everything. You're not meant to see everything in advance. And if there were things here that you were meant to see and avoid, I'm sure it would have happened. But there were bigger lessons that needed to be learned that you could have only learned by you going through and experiencing these things. So spirit is saying, you know, don't blame yourself, don't be harsh on yourself. There's nothing more you could have done. There's nothing differently you could have or should have done. You did everything that you were supposed to do. And if people chose to treat you a certain way, or whatever, that's on them. Um but you don't doubt that you did the right thing. You didn't take a misstep. You didn't go in the wrong direction. You didn't, you know, get seduced by the darker side, or whatever it is. You're a human being having a human experience. And that's fine. That's totally fine. It's like with the heart eater and Archangel Raphael, the fourth chakra, the heart chakra, uh, and then also the Venusian Galactic Council. Venus can refer back to love. It feels like you've been really harsh on yourself, and Spirit wants you to have love for yourself, to show up for yourself the way that you show up for other people. And you wouldn't talk to people or treat people the way that you're treating yourself right now. So, how would you approach somebody who's experiencing something similar, who's coming to you for advice? Your spirit's asking you to start talking to yourself like the way that you would speak to that person. You've done really good about soothing yourself and soothing your heart, but don't be harsh on yourself for continuing to need that from spirit or from the universe. Because it feels like for some of you, this, whatever it is I'm referring to, might have happened um, a longer time ago, or, maybe you feel like you should have moved on from it by now for whatever reason. Um, but yeah, that's more of like what I was saying before is it's a closed book on our library. So you can move on from it, but it's always going to be a part of you. And it's okay to revisit any feelings that you're having about it and, allow those feelings to happen and explore those feelings and explore those thoughts and ask yourself, like, why am I having these thoughts? Why am I feeling this way? It's okay to have those sessions with yourself, um, as long as it's productive and it's, if you feel like it's consuming your life or taking control of your life, definitely, seek out a therapist, seek out a counselor, and talk to people about it. Talk to more than one person about it. And there's going to be people that, if they're not able to help you, they're going to point you in the right direction. But it's not something that should be consuming you, but it's totally fine to explore and think about these things and allow those feelings to happen and to feel them. It's really important for, our growth and our self-development to explore those emotions and explore our thoughts. The spirit is saying that this chapter is coming to a close for you, and it's not something that you should be worried about just because it comes up every now and then and you have to explore those emotions doesn't mean that this is going to be a heavy burden on you forever or that it's going to turn into something more than it is. I'm sure that you've noticed, over time it's become less and less, and it's going to continue to be less and less. And the more that you go out and explore and do new things, um, the more open books you'll have on your library and the more books you'll have to read. And before you know it, you won't even see that book there anymore because your library is going to be so full of stuff that you're currently reading, right? Um, Something too that Spirit is saying with the Father card can refer to times of feeling disappointment that is so great that we can become absent or we choose to become absent. And the Heart Eater card also talks about that, or something similar. So the figure in this card isn't actually eating somebody else's heart, she's eating her own. What Spirit is saying, even though you've gone through these challenges, this is not the time for you to hide from the world. You have a very bright light to shine. You have a good message. You have something important to do in this world. You have something important to put forward in this world, and you're going to be very inspirational to a lot of people. And you're in a good place right now, currently, even if you might not feel like it, to act on these things and to, if you're a tarot reader, for example, or a motivational speaker, is what I'm getting like between the two. You're in a good space right now to put messages forward if you felt like you might not have been, or if you felt like you needed to get spiritually right before you can do what it is that you need to do. Spirit's saying you're fine. You are fine. Please do what you need to do. And they're backing you up 10,000%. They don't want you to retreat and turn inward. They want you to be bold and beautiful and approach life with a passion. You have amazing things coming in for you with this new life and co-create card. Spirit is here, your ancestors are here, your angels are here, supporting you every step of the way to make sure that not only that you live in abundance, but that you get what you want. So put your wishes in. Ask for what you really, really want in life. I just realized this is 39 and 40. Yeah, so you are really in a 38, 39, 40, even though they're not the same deck, but and 41. No. We're going to ignore the 13 for now, but bruh. I'm saying, so you are making progression. You are making good progress, and you're going to continue to make good progress. So shine your light, continue to grow, continue to be a loving person. Literally, it says, answer the call, shine your light. And your star ancestors are here too, to help you every step of the way. And if you feel like you have trouble connecting to spirit or angels or ancestors, star ancestors are very easy to connect to, and they will send you like immediate downloads. So you know, if you're feeling kind of out of touch with spirit, that's fine. Connect to your star ancestors, and they will help bring you to that frequency that it's going to be easier to connect to your other spirit guides and the rest of your spirit team. But yeah, like Aries, Ace of Fire, literally, like spirit wants you to, man, like go full force at this thing, this project, this passion, this word, this message that you have to put forward. The spirit wants you to do the thing. You're going to be very successful at it. You literally, like, you have so much good coming in for you. With this, it's like paint the picture. Paint the picture that you want, and spirit's going to give it to you. So if you need to make a vision board, whatever it is you need to do to help you visualize and manifest the life that you really want. Remember, pick and choose, be choosy. Pick what you actually want, because that's coming for you. But yeah, your way forward is open. You got no blockages besides the ones that you create for yourself. You have a lot of success coming in, a lot of abundance, a lot of good fortune. And then this message here, your loved ones are safe. Let go of your fear and worry for your loved ones. I am looking after them. So if that was a worry for some of you, Spirit really wants you to know, Archangel Michael really wants you to know that they are being taken care of, they are being looked after. You don't have to worry about that. Focus on the things that you need to focus on. Like, obviously, talk to your loved ones too. Don't, I'm not saying like, just focus on this and, your angels are going to take care of them and don't even talk to them. Like, no, talk to your loved ones. But focus on the things that you need to focus on. Let me pull some tarot cards and see what other messages there are. Spirit, what guidance do you have, please, for my pal one? Guidance, please, Spirit. Am I taking this? I guess so. All right. All right. All right. Okay, let's see. All right, we got the Queen of Pentacles. I love the artwork on this deck. This is the Knight-Waite deck, I believe. 5 of Wands. The World. The 2 of Pentacles. And the Chariot. Look at that, you got the World right on top of the Success card. Y'all, please don't be mad if these cards are not straight. My OCD will have me all day sitting here if I try to adjust it. Alright. So literally, like the Queen of Pentacles and the World, you have so much abundance coming in for you. You're going to be so successful. If you're worried about finances, Spirit is saying don't, like, you're everything that you need is going to be taken care of. And then this 5 of Wands here, if you are worried about like competition, or you're worried like, how am I going to stand out? How are people going to notice me, or this or that, with regards to your work or this project or this word that you're trying to give? Spirit is saying there's nobody like you. There's not one person on this world that can deliver the message the way that you can deliver it. There's not one person here on this world that can see things the way that you do, that can think the way that you do, that can envision things the way that you do. So never doubt yourself, never doubt your uniqueness. You're put on this earth to be yourself. So if you're ever in doubt about how are you going to stand out, or how are you going to get people to notice you, the best thing that you can do is be yourself. I promise you, like, the second you start to try to compete with these people, that's when you're going to get lost. That's when you're going to start to blend in with everybody else. But if you shine your radiant light and just be your true, unique self, you're going to be a beacon. You're going to stand out. And the 2 of Pentacles, the message here is balance, right? Trying to find balance in upheaval, in times of change. So if you feel like things are progressing too quickly, it's okay to take a step back and focus on yourself for a little bit. But remember not to get too stagnant. Like what's the law of inertia, right? Is it? An object in motion tends to stay in motion, while an object at rest tends to stay at rest. So finding that balance. Don't be at rest for so long that that becomes the normal. And don't be in motion for so long that you don't know how to rest, because neither is good for you. And yeah, the Chariot. Go full force, man. You got nothing but victory. You got nothing but victory coming in. So I'm noticing too, like, look at how in this card she has a scepter. She's holding that golden rod. You see that? And then in this card, tell me that couldn't be the same person. And she's holding a scepter given to her by her angels. So you were given a gift from God, from your angels, from spirit, the universe, your ancestors, to deliver this word, share this message, share your creation, be your true, authentic self, and to live life passionately in your truth. And by you doing so, you're going to have so much success. Look how beautiful and glamorous and successful and regal she looks, right? There's a lot of power behind what you are trying to do. And you have nothing but good things. Where do these cards come from? You got nothing but good things coming in for you. You got a brand new life full of love and blessings that you've been co-creating with spirit. So be ready. I'm excited for you for all this good stuff to come in. Well, that was your reading, pile one. If this reading resonated with you, don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment down below. It gives me an opportunity to connect with y'all, and I really love reading your comments. If you're on Twitch, I'm on Twitch too. If you're interested in booking a personal reading, all that info is down below. I hope y'all are happy, safe, and well. Yeah, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I will see you next time. Bye. Hi, Pile 2, welcome to your reading. Alright, let's see what guidance Spirit has. Oopsies for you. First, we have the womb, all that glitters, solar eclipse. I'm not going to read all this, but if you want to, you can pause, screenshot. King of water, King of cups, compassionate, understanding, trustworthy. Harmony, a joyful crossing of paths. Indecision, oopsies. That card wasn't sure if it wanted to be flipped over. Forgiveness. Revisit. Reconnect. Clarity. Dependency. Crystal skull wisdom, clarity again. Divine healing, high vibrational energy. And then take control of your thoughts. Your thoughts are creating your reality. Have faith and stay focused on the outcome you truly desire. Alright, pile two. So before we get started with your reading, I just want to say this reading is going to be about somebody from your past that you are no longer in connection with, no longer in contact with. So if that is not a message that you want to hear, you're welcome to choose another pile, or you can visit another one of my readings, or you can visit a different tarot reader. I'm not going to be mad about it, because I get it. Sometimes I go to like general readings and it ends up being a message about an ex person, and I'm like, that's not what I wanted. Um, and like tarot's never supposed to be the messages that we want. They're going to be the messages that you need. So if you are in a space to receive these messages, I do recommend that you stay, but I also understand that if you're not in a space to receive these messages, please take care of yourself, and I will see y'all in the next reading. So yeah, pile two. As I was saying, this reading is talking about a past person that you're no longer in contact with, in connection with, and with all the glitters, solar eclipse, and the womb. This is saying like, that relationship, that person, whatever, y'all's connection was together, it didn't turn out to be what you thought it was. And there was a period, after it had passed where you had to turn inward and reconnect with yourself and get to know yourself again, and kind of like start from scratch, start over, start from the beginning, um, get to know life again, figure out what it is that you wanted, who you really are. And, Spirit wants to tell you that that was good. That was a really good thing that you did to take that time to reevaluate life in different situations, and what you want, what your purpose is, what you want and expect from other people, what is acceptable in relationships. Essentially, what this relationship did or was kind of, it was like a solar eclipse. It covered up your sun. But this card says, right, viewing a solar eclipse, though you should never directly look at one, is a spiritually and visually enriching experience in astrology. This event is perfect for manifesting your dreams and embracing new opportunities. So, what this is saying is looking at that solar eclipse, seeing it for what it was, understanding it for what it was, getting to the root of the issue and exploring that opens you up to so many opportunities to manifest the life and the things that you really want in life. Manifesting your dreams, right? Being able to embrace opportunities and go after things that you didn't think you could, or you didn't think were for you, or you didn't think you were capable of. So Spirit is really proud of you for doing this work and turning inward, and I'm sure you already know, but they would want to make sure that you know, like, you have a very bright future ahead of you because of the work that you were able to do in the aftermath of this situation. And those blessings, you're not supposed to know about them, but they're going to be more than you could have ever imagined. So just hold on to that thought. That's one of my tricks for manifestation. Um, Say thank you, Spirit, for giving me everything I could have ever wanted and more, better than I could have imagined. Now this message, I'm trying to figure out how do I say this? With the King of Water, compassionate, understanding, trustworthy, and harmony, a joyful crossing of paths. I'm feeling two different things. And one thing that I'm feeling is it feels like somebody new is trying to come in for you, whether you are aware of this person or not, whether you've already connected to this person or not. There is somebody who is already attached to your energy because you're meant to come to meet this person at some point, if you haven't already. And it feels like whether or not you know this person, there is a indecision here, or there's a how do I say this? It's like your inability to forgive this individual in the past for what happened to you is kind of, I don't want to say preventing this person from coming in because it feels like this person's going to come in regardless, but not being able to forgive this person is only it's only going to hurt you in the long run, and it's only going to take from you in the long run. And that's not to say like, because I know I've been there, trust me. um Trying to move on and find forgiveness for somebody that was very nasty toward you, or who was, if you were the victim of narcissistic abuse, or, what have you. It can be really, really challenging to find forgiveness for somebody who was so malicious toward you intentionally. I really understand that, and I'm in that place myself of finding forgiveness because I feel like maybe you feel like this too. If you have no intentions of reconnecting with this person or speaking to this person again, and maybe you don't hold an active grudge against this person. It's just you cannot find forgiveness for somebody who was capable of treating you like that. Um, Even if it's not immediately apparent, that will start to seep into other areas of your life. So it's important to, as best possible, revisit and reconnect with the situation. And I would never, ever, ever, ever advocate to reconnect with a toxic individual. Take care of yourself, take care of your safety. That's your number one priority. But revisit this situation to gain clarity. Try to revisit it with a clear mind from an outside perspective, from a third person's point of view. Um, and as best possible, try to find forgiveness for the other person. because, like I said, it only hurts you in the long run, especially if you're not, in contact with this person. Why hold on to that pain, to that hurt? It's like it's almost like still allowing it to have power over you. And again, I'm saying this as somebody who's right there with you, right? Finding forgiveness for an individual does not mean saying that what they did to you or how they treated you is okay. It's about finding peace in your heart. And at the end of the day, we're all people. And whether we like it or not, we all have the same capacity to be good, and we all have the same capacity to mistreat people. Um, so that's something that I try to think about whenever it is that someone does something against me or does something to hurt me. We all have choices every single day. And sometimes those of us, especially those of us who don't have good moral foundation, use and mistreat others. Um, and that's just a part of their journey. That's just a part of their spiritual journey, and it doesn't have anything to do with us personally at the end of the day. Sometimes it has to do with, different soul contracts or whatever, but we're not, I'm not going to get into that here. But I mean, we can a little bit because this individual that you had this experience with definitely had a soul contract. You guys had a soul contract with each other to come in, connect in this lifetime, and teach each other a lesson. So maybe try revisiting it from that standpoint and think about, what it is, what did you learn from everything? Could you have known any of this before this happened? What do you think could have happened if you didn't meet this individual? Um, how do you think not learning those lessons would have ended up playing out in your life? Because I know for me, even if I'm having trouble finding forgiveness, that's something that's easy for me to see, is how beneficial these lessons were for me and how much I really did need to know these things, and that I wouldn't have known any of it without going through these challenges. And I'm grateful for that, but it's hard to say that I'm grateful for challenges or that I can forgive somebody for being like that toward me, right? Um, but again, it's a process. Take it, one step at a time, and if the process is taking longer for you than you'd wanted or you'd hoped, that's okay. Be easy with yourself. That's totally fine. Now that you are in a much better position than you were a couple days ago, a few weeks ago, a few months ago. So just hold on to that faith and just know that, things are going to continue to get better and better, and that you're going to receive more and more clarity. And hopefully the more clear you are on it, the more you'll be able to revisit the situation from a outside perspective without feeling, emotional about it, or feeling reactive about it. And then, if you feel safe to do so, when you do explore these things and you do get emotional about it or you do get reactive about it, start to ask yourself why that is, start to explore those things. Um, and, keep asking yourself why. I'll keep getting further and further down to the root of it. And if you need to, seek counseling, seek help. This is not a journey that you have to face alone. It's not a journey that you should face alone. Like, for example, for me, whenever it is I explore those things and like I'm having flashbacks about a certain thing, and then I'm like, very upset and I'm angry about it. And I'm like, I my it's almost like my ancestors step in, but it's also my higher self really, and it's like they start to ask me like, why does this upset you? Why are you feeling like this? And I say because I cannot believe that they treated me like this. I can't believe that they were capable of doing this to me. I can't believe that, I missed those signs or that I let this happen. And then they would respond back with, well, why do you feel that way? So, dig deep. Every time you have an answer to a question, dig deeper into that. Ask, okay, well, why? Well, why that? Okay, well, why that? Don't be afraid to explore those things. And if it ever starts to feel too heavy, again, explore counseling, seek out other people. Don't do this alone. It can be very difficult. But the deeper we're able to dig, the easier it will be to find that forgiveness. And then for some of you here, it also feels like you're afraid of going back into a cycle of dependency with another person, which might be why you're keeping this other person at bay, whether actually or energetically. It really feels like that energy is in the past. And it feels like I'm seeing the Nine of Swords. It feels like it's more of a worry than an actuality because you've learned these lessons, you've moved past it. Um, what did I hear? I heard somebody say recently, like, once you've graduated kindergarten, you don't go back, right? You've already learned these lessons. Just because you've experienced those patterns and those cycles before doesn't mean they're going to continue repeating. It was this cycle that you needed to close out in order to move past that, and you did. That's why Spirit's saying you did a really good job. But Spirit wants you to take control of your thoughts because it feels like for some of you, y'all were doing really good for a really long time about not having these kinds of feelings or thoughts about what had happened to you in the past. Like it feels like you might be having more intrusive thoughts about this situation, about this past situation lately than you've been having, like, let's say in the last month or so. Um, so Spirit is saying just, as best possible, take control of your thoughts. Your thoughts are creating your reality. Have faith and stay focused on the outcome that you truly desire. So focus on the things that you want. Don't focus on the past. Don't turn to the things in the past. Because the more that you focus on the things that are done with and over with, the more kind of like anxiety and chaos that you're going to create for yourself. Whereas if you're focused on the things in the future, and focus on the things that you want, focus on the future that you want. Think about the vacations that you want, think about the house that you want, think about the car that you want, think about the family that you want, think about the clothes you want to wear, think about the foods you want to eat, the restaurants you want to go to. Think about all that stuff instead of thinking about this. I promise you, you'll feel so much better, and this won't even be a thing. And then you will find, again, forgiveness more easily for this person because you'll realize how fruitful and abundant you truly are and that this person doesn't have any power over you anymore. You've done some major up leveling through experiencing this situation and, the I don't know why I keep saying aftermath. That sounds so dramatic. I don't mean for it to be dramatic. I just can't think of another word right now. Um, but yeah, you've had some major upgrades in this time, and you should be very proud of yourself. The spirit is very proud of you. And then for some of you, there's also a message here where it feels like with regard to this past person, that they could have acted like a King of Cups at times, that there could have been a lot of joy and harmony between y'all at times, and I think that makes the treatment that you received more confusing because it felt like they cared about you, or it felt like, whatever. People only know how to love in the ways that they know how to love. And I, especially with people who, have narcissistic tendencies, whether or not they are, narcissists or whatever, there's there are levels of trauma there that people dealing with that kind of stuff either don't know about or don't want to be open with, and that affects how they show up to other people and how they show up in relationships and how they're willing to deal with and approach certain problems. So the love could have very much been real. The good times, the good experiences that you had together could have very much been real when they were happening. But, you know, again, I would never advocate to go back to a toxic person. The past is the past. Toxic people are going to be like that. They need to go through the stuff that they need to go through. And it has nothing to do with you, and you shouldn't get involved. But, yes, the things that they did to you were awful, but they could have also still loved you. They just only knew how to do it the way that they knew how. And for them, that involves a lot of pain, that involved a lot of chaos. Spirit needs you to know that it's okay, that both of these things can exist at the same time, that this wasn't a waste of time, that this was very beneficial for you. Even though there was a lot of pain, there is a lot of good that you can take from it, and a lot of lessons that you can bring forward. The other thing is, too, a lot of people with, that have narcissistic tendencies or have some kind of like personality disorder, and I'm not a therapist or anything, but I have my own mental health stuff. I'm not going to go through it here, but I've been around a block a few times, let's say. um they can be very manipulative, or they are very manipulative, and for a lot of people, especially those with narcissistic tendencies, they know who they are, they know how they are, and they don't want you to see that. That's why it doesn't come up until much later. It's like there's only so long that the mask can stay on. The lash glue can only hold for so long, girl, okay? Before that shit starts to pop off and it looks a mess. But you know, that has nothing to do with you, and don't blame yourself. Don't, I feel like it feels like some of you are beating yourselves up because the message that I'm getting here, it's like, why did I fall for those good times? Like, I was such a fool. Like, they were really playing me, and all that stuff, all that good stuff that we experienced together was fake. And it feels like, honestly, like, it feels like the good times were good times, and that's okay. You know, both these things can be true. And don't be hard on yourself for enjoying those times. Don't be hard on yourself for these times having a lot of meaning to you. They were supposed to. They were supposed to show you the goodness that's possible in the world. At the same time, this person was also supposed to show you the darkness that's possible in the world. For some of you, this person could be afflicted, you know. That's not for everybody, but take it how it resonates. Like, you, the person that I'm reading for, you carry a lot of light within you. You're a direct connection to source. And when you are so connected to source, a lot of negative entities want your light, but they're not capable. They're not capable of touching you, they're not capable of reaching you, they're not capable of getting near you. And the only way that they know how to get near you, or are capable of getting near you, is if they attach themselves to somebody who is a part of your energy that doesn't have a good spiritual foundation. That's why it's very, very important to, you know, take care of yourself. Be choosy about the people that you spend time with, the people that you have connections with, the people you have relationships with, because, you know, I never used to believe in demons or spiritual warfare. Um until I saw some stuff, man. And it's it comes when people don't have that good foundation like you do. So you can have the best intentions with people and the best relationships with people, and they could be afflicted, and you wouldn't really know it right away. That's nothing to blame yourself about. I want to pull some more cards for you and see what other messages of guidance we can get for you. I'm feeling like using this deck again. I used this deck in the last pile, but I'm feeling like using it again. Some guidance, please, for pile 2, Spirit. Messages of guidance for pile 2. Oh my goodness. A lot of core cards. Guidance, please, Spirit, for pile 2. What? Okay, so that's a message, but I don't know what kind of message that was. So a truck just drove by, and the license plate said P Saint. What are the odds that the license plate would say Saint? But what's the P for? I almost didn't say anything, but I mean Saint? Dang, pile 2. Alright. That's a lot of cards. Pile 1 had like 3 cards, fam. 4 cards. Nine of Swords. What did I say earlier? I said this was the Nine of Swords somewhere. One of these cards. King of Pentacles. 6 of Cups, yeah. Soul Ties. Page of Swords. Six of Pentacles, the King of Cups, the Nine of Wands, the Five of Wands, Page of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles. Very nice. So yeah, the Nine of Swords, again, Spirit is saying, you know, try not to be so worried about these things. Try not to be so caught up about these things in the past. You have so much good to look forward to in the future. For the King of Pentacles, I'm getting that this is you and somebody else. So you have somebody else coming in for you who's represented by the King of Pentacles, whether they are male or female. They are very successful, very abundant. They have a good foundation for themselves. They are very well established in life and very generous. And then I'm getting that this is also going to be you. Like, you're gonna have so much goodness, so much abundance in your life. The Spirit's saying you really don't have anything to worry about. And yeah, with the Six of Cups here and the Page of Swords, what this is telling me, it's like, yes, this was a person that was meant to come into your life to teach you a lesson, that you were both meant to teach each other lessons. And it was something that, you know, it was only supposed to be for a short period of time, and you take your lessons and you move on and you become better people for it. And that's okay. Also with the Page of Swords, I don't always usually I really don't usually get this message with the Page of Swords, but for some of you, if you are on social media, they are watching your social media. Yeah, and then the Six of Pentacles and the King of Cups. Again, this new person that's coming in for you, they're going to be very, very generous, very, very abundant. Generous and abundant with not only their finances, but with their emotions as well. They're going to have, their cup is just going to be overflowing with love for you. There's going to be no question whatsoever. I just realized it's the second time we got the King of Cups. There's going to be no question whatsoever about this person's feelings or intentions toward you. They're going to make themselves very known, and they're going to know that they have a lot of competition, so they're going to do their best to stand out from that competition. And I feel like for some of y'all that have been through that narcissistic cycle, you might be worried about, you know, well, is it love bombing? No, you'll know if it's love bombing or not, because they're not going to be like, you'll know. You'll be able to see the difference, I promise you. You're gonna have so much joy and love, and the Six of Pentacles is all about reciprocity. So it feels like in your previous relationship there was imbalance. There was not an equal give and take. This new relationship, you're gonna feel so like you will want to show up as your best self every day, because this person is showing up as them, as their best selves every day for you. You see how they show up for you, that you see how they want you to be happy, how they want you to be taken care of, and how they want you to be safe. So that inspires you to want to do better and to give more, whereas before it felt like you were giving into an empty well, right? You were just throwing things down a well. You're not really sure if there's a bottom to that well. You don't know. You're just throwing things in there and it's going, and you never really hit it, hear it hit the bottom, but then it just kind of disappears and then it starts asking for more. Whereas this person, your efforts are not going nowhere. In fact, like, you're going to be receiving a lot more than what you give. And it's not like they won't feel like it's unequal, because for them, like, your presence, your who you are is valuable to them, and that's what they are receiving in their lives. That's not to say, like, don't don't be a good partner to this person. Like, please be a good partner. But like, for them, like, just who you are is enough. You don't have to do anything, or be anybody, or, cook the best meals, or dress a certain way. Like, they love you for who you are, and they're gonna want to take care of you. And they're gonna they're gonna make sure you know how awesome and how special you are. And that to them, you're their number one. So yeah, with the Nine of Wands and the Five of Wands, if you need space and rest from all the chaos that's currently going on, Spirit is definitely saying it's okay to take a step back and heal and allow things to kind of settle down. Allow the dust to settle, let's say, before you go out again. And like, literally, the Page of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, what more could I say? Like, you have so much abundance coming in, so much joy, so much love. Like, literally, you were worried with the this Harmony card, like, am I gonna be able to find somebody that I can have that much fun with again? Spirit is saying you're gonna be able to have way more fun. And this fun is going to last a lifetime. A lifetime. A lifetime of joy, a lifetime of abundance, a lifetime of success. It feels like y'all are going to be able to build together, that you guys both kind of have your own successful things going on. I'm really excited for you, Pile 2. You've been through a lot in the last year, and I'm really, really proud of you. Spirit's really, really proud of you for everything that you've overcome, and that you've not been able to, like, only manage your life, but thrive. Okay? You have a lot to be proud of, and you have a lot of good stuff coming in for you. That was your reading, pile number 2. If this reading resonated with you, please leave a like, leave a comment down below. I love reading y'all's comments, and it gives me an opportunity to connect with you. If you're interested in booking a personal reading, or if you are on Twitch, I'm on Twitch too. The info for that stuff is in the description box. Yeah, I hope y'all are happy, healthy, and safe. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I will see you next time. Bye. Hi, Pile 3, welcome to your reading. Let's see what guidance Spirit has for you today. First up, we have The Orphan by the book. Fixed. I'm not going to read all this, but if you want to, you can pause, take a screenshot. Orion activation, supernova, recreation, renewal, rebirthed by light. Visions. Ask for guidance. Tenacity. Flow. The sun, very nice. Queen of Air, Queen of Swords. Brilliant, experience, humorous. I don't know if I've ever taken a good look at this card before. She's beautiful. Release, make the unseen seen and set it free. Trust your angels. Let go of your expectations of how your dreams will come true. Trust that heaven has a perfect plan. That's nice that you have asked for guidance and trust your angels together. Okay, pile 3. So with with by the book and fix, what I'm getting here is that Spirit is saying that you've been too fixed, you've been too rigid in the way that you've been approaching things or are wanting things to materialize in your life. You've been, too structured, too like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Like Spirit says, like it's okay to be like Z, F, Q, P, E, O, T, L. Like it doesn't have to be all, your ducks don't have to be all in order. So if you did take time to read this earlier when I paused it, it said, um, it says, okay, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius are defined as having fixed qualities within the zodiac. These signs are stubborn and will not give up in a fight. Fight. Y'all. What word is that even? Okay. Anyway, shout out to my fixed signs, fixed sign gang. I'm an Aquarius. I will tell you right now, I am stubborn as all hell. You can't tell me nothing. Like, you can reason with me, but for the most part, like, you can't tell me nothing. Right? The spirit says you've been too hard-headed in the best way possible. Like, you've been too kind of like hard-headed about your approach to something, and spirit wants you to open up and go with the flow more, especially with tenacity. I don't know if have y'all ever experienced this plant before. This is burdock, or also you can call them burrs. They're these little sticky things. You can see them. What color is that? Purple? Yeah, those little purple things. And if you, or I guess the purple part's the flower, but this thing underneath here. If you go walking in the woods, you might find these things stuck to your pants. And they do not come off. And you can try and try and try and try to get them off, but you're always gonna have some little pricklies left in you at the end of the day. They are stubborn. Right? Spirit is saying, it's good to be tenacious. It's good to kind of have like a relentless pursuit of your goals. Otherwise, how would they ever, manifest or come about? But what I'm feeling is like with this orphan card, it's feeling like you're feeling like you feel like the universe might have abandoned you or is ignoring you, or you're like, where's my manifestations? Where are these things that I'm asking for? Where are these things, Spirit, that you said you're going to give to me? The things that you said that I'm going to receive? My hands are out. My hands are open. Where is it? And Spirit is saying, they want you to relax. They want you to go with the flow more. They want you to live in your happiness, live in your truth more. Things don't need to be so rigid all the time. You don't need to be so relentless in pursuing these goals all the time. There's more to life than just chasing after your dreams or holding this vision or working on your projects, you need to make time to relax. You need to make time to have fun. You need to make time to be happy. You need to make time to, have peace with yourself and receive downloads with the Orion activation and these visions cards here. With the Queen of Air, like, you need to have time to read and pursue intellectual pursuits if that's the kind of stuff that you're into. There's a lot more to life than just this relentless pursuit of this goal. And by constantly working at it, Spirit's saying for you specifically right now, this isn't helping you get anywhere. And what's going to help you get somewhere is to sit back, literally, have you a cup of tea, read a book, hang out, by the windowsill, and just vibe, like, go with the flow. Literally, this one too, like, look at her, she's just vibing, like, she's just hanging out, living her best life in this little, like, pond thing here, right? Go out and do nothing for a while. There's books here too. She got a book here too. So yeah, maybe, read a book. Right? Yeah, Spirit is saying for you particularly right now, working so hard to manifest this with the number 11 isn't going to get you there quicker. It's just going to burn out your energy. So take care of yourself, have fun. If you need guidance on what to do, where to go, don't be afraid to ask for guidance, but trust your angels when they do deliver you these messages, because I feel like you do ask for guidance, but you might not always like what it is you have to hear. Like right now, I don't necessarily feel like you're loving me telling you to stop working and go have some fun. I know for me too, like, this is a message that I personally get a lot in readings, also. And I feel a type of way sometimes, but it's true. The reason why I feel a type of way about it is because it's true. And I like to think that I do prioritize fun and this and that, but, like, there is more fun in life than just sitting on a computer and playing video games. There's a whole big, beautiful world out there that needs to be experienced, is the message that I've been getting from Spirit and that you're getting from Spirit also. So if you're receiving this message now at the time that I'm posting it, it's winter for me now, it might be winter for you. So getting out and doing stuff might not be super realistic, but there are, things that you can do in the winter time. Obviously, like, if you can't do skiing or snowboarding, there's snow tubing and sledding, or you can go make a snowman, make a snow angel, throw a couple snowballs, go live life, go pet a dog, go get a massage, go get your hair done, go get your makeup done for no reason, go do something, treat yourself, have a day where it's just you having fun. And make that a more regular occurrence. Don't just make that one day. Have it, integrate that as a part of your regular life. And by doing that, that's actually going to help you open up the gateway to more downloads, more blessings, more visions. It feels like maybe you've been feeling stuck and not feeling so inspired in your things. It feels like maybe you've just been kind of grinding to get things done without feeling inspired. Doing these things, doing these outside things, going and having fun, having new experiences is going to give you inspiration. It's going to lead you to new thoughts, new opinions, new expressions. And from there, you're going to have so many more ideas, so many more creations to set free. And you're going to have the clarity to do so. So it feels like right now, while you're in this grind, it's like you can't really see anything outside of it necessarily, and it kind of makes any kind of thinking outside of that space kind of muddy or mucky, right? But getting out of the house, going out, having fun, or, you know, reading a book. Books contain multitudes, right? But there's also a huge message about getting out of the house, even though this looks really comfy. um, yeah, open yourself up to these new experiences, and then you'll have a lot more creations to put forward into the world. Very nice. Let me pull you some tarot and see what else we get. Spirit's feeling this deck for all three piles today. No, I don't want those, Spirit. Give me a minute. Alright, what's the guidance, please, for pile 3? More guidance for pile 3, Spirit. Dang, this one too? Where does this one go? I'll put it here. Perfect. First up, we got the Devil. The King of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles. Justice. Queen of Pentacles. Oh, the Queen and King of Pentacles. The Hanged One. Oh, the Lovers. Y'all, that's wild. So pile 3, if you were worried about, for those of you that are single or unattached or, you know, starting to date or whatever it is, if you were worried about finding your person, like, don't be. Literally, this is saying, with the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Lovers. Like, you have a match, and Spirit has that match for you. So with the Devil card, like, the Devil card can talk about fears that keep us stuck, um, ties that bond, right? So if you were worried about not being able to find this for yourself, you don't have to find this for you. This is your karmic justice that's coming in for you. All Spirit wants you to do with regard to this is to be, to exist. And it feels like this is going to come into your space, but again, you can't just be at home all the time. You need to get out, you need to go do stuff in life, right? And if you've been worried about, you know, the reason why you haven't been able to go out and do stuff is because of financial matters, your finances are going to be taken care of. And then you're definitely going to be able to have more freedom to be able to do those things. And then again with the Hanged One, a message of, you don't need to be working so hard all the time. Please pause, please take a break, go with the flow, go have fun. Very nice. Pile 3. I love that for you. I think that was your reading, pile 3. If this resonated with you, don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment down below. It gives me a chance to connect with y'all, and I love reading your guys' comments. If you're on Twitch, I'm on Twitch too. If you're interested in booking a personal reading, all the information for that is down below as well. I hope y'all are happy and healthy and safe. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I will see you next time. Bye.